believe you fellers are taking me to Potato Land.
It's the new Boba Fett Star Wars large-size action figure from Kenner. Darth Vader sold separately.
Capture them alive! I'm the best bounty hunter in the whole galaxy.
The Dairy Farmers of America, through the American Dairy Association.
Welcome, foolish mortals.
The Incredible Hulk meets Captain America, each a foot tall with flyaway action.
Aye, Captain. Just drop the refrigerator in my head one more time.
I dropped it on your head 23 times already.
I can take it. Don't worry about me.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about the refrigerator.
Hey guys, welcome to EUTU, Everything Under the Umbrella. That's everything under the Disney umbrella, where every time we get together, we talk about the things that we love. We talk about Star Wars, Marvel, Disney, Pixar, you name it. We love the parks, we love the movies, we love Disney Plus, anything having to do with Disney. Everything under the Disney umbrella, that's what we talk about. Do me a favor, go ahead and like and subscribe down below. We are having a great time talking about all things Disney, and we would love for you guys to join us. So go ahead and like and subscribe, hit that bell so that you know when a new episode comes up. Every time we get together, we talk about a few things. We do some reviews, some opinions, we talk about some news, and then we talk about merchandise and collectibles. We talk about what we've got and what we hope to get. And so today it is that season where we are talking about Mandalorian, and today we're going to review episodes 10 and 11, give you a little opinion on those things. And then we're going to talk about some other Disney news, and then we got some exciting things having to do with collectibles and merchandise, all right? So Mandalorian, episodes 10 and 11, The Passenger and the Heiress. And the reason I'm reviewing them together is I do think they kind of go together. The two episodes have pieces that we get payoffs with the two different episodes, and I loved both of them. I know some people didn't necessarily care for episode 10 as much, The Passenger. I loved it. Alien is one of my favorite movies when I was younger, and so I love looking at something that takes and pays a tribute to kind of a sci-fi horror kind of element. And I do believe that what we saw with the Frog Lady and her care as a mom really has an impact when we begin to also witness the Mandalorian and how he is learning to father the child. And when we see that and we see the play between the two of them, and we see how the Frog Lady is protecting her eggs as a mom and the Mandalorian is protecting the child as a father, I thought it was great, and how that protective nature comes out. And then we get that payoff in episode 11, where the Frog Lady and her husband and the father of her kids get together, and we see Baby Yoda, we see the child learning that those eggs that he was slurping down were not just eggs, but when he's playing with the tadpole, and he gets an understanding of the importance of life and how important life is. I thought that was an incredible payoff. Also, in episode 11, The Heiress, we get Bo-Katan. And if you've not watched Rebels or Clone Wars, I'll be honest, it took me a little time to get through those. And when I did finally go back and watch them all, it was really good Star Wars stuff. But Bo-Katan and Katie Sackhoff, I thought it was incredible. I thought her team and the symbolism between when she reaches down and saves the Mandalorian in the water in the hull of that ship. And if you look at it, it looks like it was almost shot just like all the flashbacks in season 1 where she was saved. And I think there is a deeper thing here that I would want to bring to light when the Mandalorian says to Bo-Katan, this is the way, and she says, oh, you're one of those. The idea of kind of religious dogma and that idea that you follow the law versus when she says, no, it's a way. and you have this sense of the law and grace. In other words, the followed rule versus the motivation of the heart. And I think one of the things that we're going to see the Mandalorian learn is that the motivation of the heart is the most important thing. And I love that. I think there's so much for us to be learned there. And so seeing that heart motivation idea being played out in Star Wars was so incredible. Not to mention, just from a fun standpoint, that action sequence of the Mandalorians and their jetpacks and taking on stormtroopers and hijacking that ship was so good. So good. Loved it. And then let me just also say, that planet that the Razor Crest lands on, that marine planet with the docks and the creatures and that entire marine world, that's some of the best world building I think we've seen in Star Wars in a really long time. So fantastic. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Last thing I will say, episode 11, The Heiress, Bryce Dallas Howard directed that episode. And go back near the beginning of the episode, as the Razor Crest is landing. Oh, it was, and I recognized it right off because Apollo 13 is one of my favorite movies, and directed by Ron Howard, and having his daughter, it was such a tribute as they're coming through the atmosphere. The burning on the bottom of the ship looked exactly like Apollo 13, but then there's the cut to the condensation inside the cabin, which is an exact cut from Apollo 13. I loved it so much. Go back and watch it. Compare it to Apollo 13. Fantastic. Finally, where do we go from here? Here is my big prediction moving forward. And I'm going out on a limb here, but this is just my opinion. It may happen, it may not, but I do see this coming. This is my opinion. We got our Moff Gideon glimpse, and we know that Bo-Katan is after Moff Gideon to get the Darksaber. If there's one way they're going to turn Moff Gideon into the biggest bad guy in the history of Star Wars, not history, Darth Vader always has that, but one of the ways they'll turn him into one of the best bad guys, the most hated villains in Star Wars, I think he kills Bo-Katan in a fight somewhere during this season, and what we end up with is, Mandalorians that are out for revenge. Who knows how Ahsoka's going to enter into this, but the Mandalorian, then his interaction with Moff Gideon will get even better. So that's episodes 10 and 11, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. A few other Disney news items as we kind of move on. Did you see we have a start date for WandaVision? January 15th, 2021. Make sure you check that out. And there was a article in Entertainment Weekly, and if you haven't seen it online or you haven't picked up the magazine, I think it's well worth the read. Some of the things that we learn about this very first Marvel television program on Disney Plus, this first Marvel series. By the way, we talk merchandise on this. If you're looking for something inexpensive to collect, and here's the thing, we know that when it came to Mandalorian, that merchandise was very hard to come by, but has become super sought after now with it being the very first Star Wars on Disney Plus. And with this being the very first Marvel, I think it's going to be the same thing. The look of it looks amazing. Merchandise, I think, is going to be really hard to come by. So pick up the magazine with the cover. It's a beautiful cover, and it's something inexpensive to keep that you can have in your hand. It's not just an online article. So January 15th on that. Also, be aware, Disney Plus, December 10th, there's going to be a big Investors Day that'll be online. I think they're going to talk a lot. With the first anniversary of Disney Plus, 73 million subscribers, way beyond what they ever expected for the first year. And so make sure to check out December, I believe it's December 11th, that online investor call. But with that, there is a new series on Disney Plus called Inside Pixar. We know we've gotten some of these kind of gallery documentary series after Frozen 2, after Mandalorian, and they've been really good. So Inside Pixar is kind of the next one of those documentary series, and it's before Soul, which comes out December 25th. Check it out. It is so good. I've seen the first 2 episodes now, and the artists talk about some of what's gone into Soul, and it is super cool. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but make sure you check that out, Inside Pixar. And then we know that December 25th, Christmas Day, Soul comes out. And I think that's the reason they moved WandaVision to January 15th, just to give Soul a chance to breathe and have its day in the sun, which I think it deserves. I'm more excited about that Pixar film than just about any that have come out in a really long time. All right. We're going to move on to merchandise, and we always like to talk about some things that have come in, some things that we've gotten, things that we hope to get, things that are upcoming. I want to talk a little bit about Mandalorian in the Black Series. For those of you that collect, Black Series is the 6-inch. It's a great line, and Star Wars wise, it's the one that I think has kind of taken off. If you look on the racks in the stores, they're so hard to come by, and pre-orders are hard to get. I want to talk a little bit, once again, last year, I want to just show off these two. I'm going to switch cameras just so you can see a little better. These were 2 Mandalorian that came out last year. And this is the Black Series. And if you have, these are the 2 that are a little harder to come by. There's a straight black box. It's number 94, by the way. If you are looking for the numbers on the side, 94 is the number for the Mandalorian from last year. These 2 were a little harder to come by. This is the carbonized one, and there were several places that had it. I think mostly Target, though, and I was able to pick one of those up. Hard to come by. You can see he doesn't have his Beskar armor on yet, but the one that is super hard to come by is the first edition one. I managed to get mine at a Disney store on Fan First Friday, and this was several months before Mandalorian actually came out. This one, I've on eBay, on Mercari, I don't know where you pick up your secondary market stuff, but a couple $100, and super hard to come by. So super fortunate that I have this. This was last year, and just a reminder, I think one of the things that happened was that it was really tricky to find merchandise last year, particularly around the holidays or when it first came out in November, when it first hit Disney Plus, because they didn't want to spoil any surprises. And while that's awesome, merchandise was hard to come by. And so then as we've gone on in the year, a few things that have happened. We'll talk about things that are upcoming. This is the Mandalorian in Beskar. He's got a number 1 on him, but in the Beskar armor. So he's got the chromed outlook, a couple of other merchandise pieces. There is a Baby Yoda Black Series, a little tiny box, and you can still find those pretty easily. We got the Stormtrooper, the Imperial Stormtrooper. From the first season. This is number 2, just in case you were wondering, and they've kind of numbered the Mandalorian, and you'll notice they've got the cool side, so if you're one of those people that you don't have a lot of space, you can line them up by the side, and they all connect, and they look really good. So that's the Imperial Stormtrooper, and then this is number 4. This is the Armorer. I'm not going to show all of them off because I want to get to some of the stuff that we're still going after. I love the armor. Hope she comes back this season. I'm pretty sure she will. So those are from last time, And some of them you can still get fairly inexpensively on the secondary market. If you're a part of Hasbro Pulse, they restock sometimes. But make sure that you are paying really, really close attention if you are looking for some of those things. So what's coming up? So Mando Mondays, we know pre-orders are selling out the day they go on. Mondays, 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. I don't know where you are, kind of in the middle. Anywhere in there, but make sure you check the times because when they drop, it's a matter of minutes. This was the build-up pack that was exclusive to Target. Pre-orders sold out really, really fast. It's got the child's nest in it. It also has it looks like the Mandalorian with the Beskar armor, but you got some other accessories there. Pre-orders sold out really quick. December 1st is the release date in Target, so make sure you're paying attention for that. This was the Amazon exclusive, which I loved from the last episode of season 1 that was directed by Taika Waititi, and the stormtroopers having their conversation was one of my favorite things. But it's on the speeder. It's got the child in the satchel, just like in the episode. That was Amazon exclusive. That pre-order lasted a little longer. You can check. With Amazon, they kind of come and go, and then usually when it's released, and I think this is a January release, that they go back up. So just pay attention. This was the Amazon exclusive. Also, so just so you know, when I'm filming this on Monday, the next 3 in the series, you have Quill, you have Grief Karga, and you have Moff Gideon. And man, I want the Moff Gideon. It looks so good with the cape and everything else. It's being released today. Pre-orders, this is a common. This one isn't an exclusive to anywhere. So make sure that you are you're ready. Like I said, 4 o'clock Eastern, pre-orders go. You can choose whatever you want. My advice is Target goes super fast, so if you can try someplace else. If you're a Hasbro Pulse member, that is a great way to go. You may not get it first, but it's you can get the free shipping if you're one of their VIPs. But make sure you get in on those pre-orders. As we know, Mandalorian stuff just goes super quick. So make sure you're on the lookout for all those things. Super excited about the Black Series stuff. I think next week we'll talk a little bit about some of the other series that have come out. But every Monday they're releasing previews of things that are coming. Wanted to make you aware of kind of Black Series stuff, of where we've been and where we're going. With that said, I already mentioned that one of the things that is, because it was the first Star Wars series that stuff came out really fast and went really fast, I want to re-mention WandaVision, because I do believe that the WandaVision stuff is going to be the same thing. The collectibles and merchandise are going to go really fast. So make sure you are paying attention and getting them. The WandaVision Funkos, like on several of the sites where you can pre-order, they already pre-sold out. There's a Chase. The black and white looks cool. There's a GameStop exclusive. So make sure that if you want those, find a good deal during Black Friday when there's 20, 30% off or whatever. Get in on those pre-orders quick, because I do believe they're going to sell out really fast. In addition, Hot Toys has their Cos Baby line. I got some of the Mandalorian of those last time, and I love them. They come in really cool packaging. If you're a mint in-box collector, pay attention for those coming up. So just be paying attention as when WandaVision stuff comes out. If you want it, get it early, because I believe it's going to sell out quick. All right, that does it for EUTU for today. Make sure that you are following us on Instagram, EUTU_ScottyBoy. Put that up there so you can see it. Follow, subscribe. Every time we get together, we talk about the things we love, everything under the Disney umbrella. Thank you guys for being with us. We will talk